This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime in association with Micromax.
The real estate industry is facing a dismal slowdown, with sales coming down drastically and the inventory of unsold flats constantly piling up. As interest rates spiral and government approvals become a lot harder to obtain, property developers find themselves facing many challenges. But despite the continuing downturn, a few seasoned players have managed to not just survive but thrive against all odds. In 1995, sniffing an opportunity in real estate, PNC Menon founded Sobha Ltd. He didn't just build a strong company, but a strong team of individuals, brick by brick. After 17 years of steering the group, Menon passed on the mantle of chairmanship to his son, then only 31 years old, Ravi Menon. In the young chairman's capable hands, Sobha increased its product delivery from 6 million square feet to 77.92 million square feet.
Ravi Menon, thank you so much for finally speaking to NDTV. Okay, let me begin. When the baton of chairmanship was passed on to you by your father, who's almost a legend now, these are big boots to fill up. So did you feel that shoulder of responsibility?
Absolutely, absolutely. Big responsibility, big shoes to fill up. I had, of course, a chance to overlap with him from 2004 to 2012 when he was, sort of holding my hand and helping me learn the business. So I think that really helped.
Everyone talked about how young you were, but you felt you were ready. He must have felt you were ready to have passed it on.
I think he had a lot of confidence in me, and so he decided to pass on the baton. So I think, yes, there were a lot of challenges, big shoes to fill, but we had a great team already, which he had created, along with me. So I think that was quite a bit of help.
So that ecosystem of professionals which he had created was a big support system.
In 1997, Sobha launched its first residential project in Bengaluru. In the years to follow, it stood as the first Indian real estate company to obtain an ISO 9001 certification. In the new millennium, it began designing the corporate block for one of India's biggest IT giants, Infosys. But what's life or business without its challenges? The downturn of 2008 hit real estate players hard, including the Sobha Group.
Is there a concern that the India growth story hasn't taken off as you would have wished or had hoped for?
I think, we have always gone through a very cyclical, real estate being a very cyclical business. You see the ups, you see the downs. And we have seen downs in the past also during the last 20 years of doing business in India. I think that's part of the business, and we have to learn to be strong and go through the times when the business is tough and the lows. But I think the growth story, there is no question that India has a lot more coming, and I think for us also, for us in other cities, for us to mature, there's a lot of opportunities.
After the recession, many heads in real estate rolled, but Sobha wasn't going to crash out so easily. It proved to be resilient and rode out the storm and came out stronger. Today, Sobha is a 2,500 crore company with projects in 25 cities and 13 states, as well as international operations in the Gulf. Another key part of the team nurtured by PNC Menon is Sobha's Vice Chairman and Managing Director, J.C. Sharma. With the group since 2001, his handling of the company's finances and legal affairs has been instrumental in spearheading its growth.
in the last 15 years, there have been several real estate cycles. What do you think has been the special thing about Sobha which has helped it beat all the odds?
The product. See, we always believed from the moment I joined this company that we have got a world-class product suited for the Indian emerging middle class people. How should we encash on that when we have this kind of a product with a unique capability to somehow ensure that we deliver that product on time, we deliver it on a transparent basis, and we deliver it in a manner where the customers feel that they have got value for money.
What as a company are you doing to recalibrate and make sure that you keep going and growing in this down cycle?
We always believe that in India, 3-bedroom apartment is going to be the answer to our housing requirements.
Right.
And we have been able to crack some 1750 square feet apartments, and it has been doing reasonably well. Right. Then we thought, in this downturn, we have got reasonably large quantum of land bank. How should we capitalize on that? And can we make our products complete? And from that perspective, 2.5 years ago, we decided that we should plan something which can address this cyclicality also, and we can reach out to the next level of customers who are either waiting to become a customer or not being able to buy.
Okay.
And that's how this concept of Dreammaker with the same Sobha brand, it was born. And hopefully we believe that had this product not been there, our performance, whatever we have achieved, it would have been not as good.
Today, Sobha is the sole real estate player in the country with full-fledged backward integration. After all, its roots lay in an interior decoration firm that had designed, among other things, the Sultan of Brunei's palace. So it's not too much of a surprise to see one of India's largest woodworking factories, a glazing and metalworks factory, a concrete products factory, and even an IT wing, all hard at work under Sobha's interiors division.
I think that's a good move from developers who are looking at backward integration, making sure they manufacture the right type of products that are required for their schemes, their residential projects. The right amount of skill set is developed amongst the people who are going to deliver some of these projects, whether it's the contractor, whether it's a tile layer, whether it's an electrical engineer, to make sure that they deliver the right quality. So I think it's a positive move that a lot of developers are looking at, focusing on backward integration to deliver quality for their clients.
The cutting-edge Sobha precast plant creates modular structures that are assembled through a highly mechanized process, thus helping reduce delivery timelines in comparison with conventional construction methods. The technology is also believed to be much safer and more eco-friendly.
Our backward integration model. I can't think of any other developer globally who has footprint in backward integration the way we have, and both I'm talking about quality and the scale, the kind of factories which we have, be it concrete products, be it interiors, be it metal and glazing, and now of course new addition in the stable, our precast factory. I mean, this is unique.
The Sobha Dream Acres project has been executed using this very precast technology with some great results.
Now let's look at your backward integration story. So a lot of people, developers have taken a choice of building office space, commercial, retail, hospitality. And I think Sobha's focus has been how do we actually do backward integration in a much smarter and a much more comprehensive manner. Is there a strategy behind that path?
Yes, when we talk about the product, we also simultaneously realized that in India, in Indian context, where the vendors are not as responsible as you expect them to be, right? How do you provide
How do you control quality?
How do you control quality? How do you provide that kind of a comfort where the basic things, if we believe that at a minimum cost. If it can be produced in-house, it will go a long, long way for us to sustain that part. Unfortunately, it has become an income activity as well also.
Okay.
Today 30 to 35% of our top line, it comes because we have this backward integrated factories, we have this delivery capabilities, and this incidentally gives us superior return on our investments.
If it's family versus a professional, there are areas of conflict, but do you think that's not the case?
Not the case at all, not the case. Otherwise you could not have survived for 15 long years.
15, and that's what, I mean, it's an example to the rest of the industry.